they are clearly defined so that if something does come up or it needs to be changed, that you already have a good, base policy ready to go, and can address things if needed.
All right, another policy that's probably I'd say in our top 3 must-have is the sexual harassment policy. Now, some of the aspects of this may vary by state and different state requirements, but overall, regardless, each company needs to have a sexual harassment policy that outlines just things that are acceptable behavior within the workplace, defining what sexual harassment is, and the steps that need to be taken to report or address any concern. Now, not only sexual harassment, but just harassment in general, making sure they're following the company code of ethics, code of conduct. If there's anything that's making an employee feel uncomfortable, they need to know what steps they need to take before, in order for these things to be addressed. So that policy, of course, really defining what is considered the sexual harassment and what it advances, inappropriate comments, hostile work environment, those types of things. Behaviors that violate the policy, anything verbal, physical, visual harassment. They don't necessarily have to be a victim, right? They can be somebody who is observing this happening between other coworkers. What does that reporting process need to look like? Are there anonymous options? Do they go directly to HR? What's the chain of command there? And kind of what are next steps? Anti-retaliation needs to go in here, that they won't be retaliated against for going ahead and reporting this. And then what does the investigation look like? Making sure you're putting out there the confidentiality that your company is going to be maintaining and that these things are taken very seriously. Training here in Illinois is something that is to happen annually. There are other states that do have requirements, but that is something, every new hire in Illinois should be going through. And then refresher training should be completed on an annual basis. And that needs to be laid out within the handbook